What's going on, family? It's your bro Crypto Clip back again. Now I put a post up earlier that's been going crazy, honestly. The post was the topic of the post was, can money doesn't make you happy, or money doesn't bring you happiness? And I asked the question behind that post: what does broke pay you? If money doesn't make you happy, if money doesn't bring you happiness, you can't buy happiness with money. What does being broke give you? What does being broke pay? Brother Cheeks, what's good, bro? Can you hear me? Cheeks, what's good? Can you hear me? Nah. But yeah, that was the name of the topic. Money can't buy you happiness. What does brokenness buy you? Can anybody answer that question? All right. Now, my DMs have been flooded all day long with people coming at me left and right, telling me that money is the root of all evil. Money is not a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil. Money isn't everything. Money isn't everything. You can't always talk about money. You can't always talk about money. Let me tell you something right now. There's not a thing you can do in this world for free. There's nothing in this world you can do for free. Everything costs money. If anybody can tell me something that you can do for absolutely free, meaning you don't pay for anything, please let me know. Shoot it in the comment sections. I had somebody tell me you breathe for free. You don't even breathe for free. Try breathing. Try breathing for 7 days only, just breathing. If you go longer than 7 days without water, you will die. Guess what you need to buy that bottle of water? Money. Because you go to a lake, the way stuff and the pollution is right now, if you go to a lake and drink water, you're probably gonna die anyway. But what does brokenness really get you? I'm waiting for some questions in the comment section. I'm waiting for some questions in the comment section, or some answers in the comment section. What does brokenness buy you? Let me tell you this. I'm waiting on my brother Cheeks to come back on. Let me tell you this. Everything you need in life costs money. Children are our pride and joy. My children bring me happiness. But guess what my children cost me every single day? Money. Your significant other. At some point, conversation goes elsewhere and you have to spend money. So the things that bring you the most happiness in the world cost money. So
Facts.
Why are so many people so bent out of shape when we talk about money? Answer that question for me, brother.
They bend out of shape because they ain't got no money. That's the only thing I can think of. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. People, I had so many people today come at me saying that money is the root of all evil. No, the lack of money is the root of all evil.
I was just about to say, yeah, being broke is the root of all evil. You know what I mean? Because the broke person, the first person to rob you.
Absolutely. Being broke is the root of all evil. Money, the lack of money or the lack of resources is the root of all evil. Listen, I haven't always been Crypto Clip. At one point in time, I was extremely poor. And when I was extremely poor, I would do anything to get money. Well, not anything, but I would go to desperate measures to get money if I was in that dire need of money. So the lack of not having that resource, is what caused me, or what caused other people in the world to do evil things. You never see two rich people arguing with each other.
And it's plus the lack of knowledge what to do with the money. Because a lot of people get money, they just don't really know what to do with it. And that causes them to be broke.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I have people I know personally, family members. I can get them $1 million tomorrow. They'll be broke in 6 months.
I know we family, Cliff, but I won't be broke in 6 months. Just want to put that out there.
I got you. But you get what I'm saying. You can give somebody who doesn't have the knowledge of money, who doesn't have the knowledge of financial literature, or have the knowledge of financial literacy, and they will be broke within a few months. We see that all the time with people who win the lottery. You know the percentage of people who win the lottery who still keep that money?
It's low.
Only 7% of people who win the lottery still have access to that wealth 5 years later. Why is that?
No knowledge of money.
No knowledge of money. No knowledge of how money works. No knowledge of how money is spent. No knowledge of how you can use that money to make more money. Right? So the conversation does not need to be, does money buy you happiness? Because that the answer to that question is absolutely. Money buys you happiness because it buys everything around you, whether good or bad. I have family members who are heavy weed smokers. I've never seen a weed smoker mad.
You never see me mad, do you, Cliff?
Oh, no,
Just putting that out there. Thank you.
Absolutely not. Therefore, money is bringing you what? Happiness.
Bringing my medication.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the lack of finance. It's the lack of resources. It's the lack of not having is what makes people evil. Again, you never see two wealthy people arguing. You never see wealthy people fist fighting. You really, honestly, and I've been in places with people who have a lot more wealth than I do. I've been in rooms. I've been blessed enough to be in rooms with billionaires, and everybody in there has a smile on their face. Everybody in there is willing to help one another. Everybody in there is willing to grasp another person and tell them, I have your back. If you need anything, call me. Here's my business card. I was in contact with the CEO of Celsius Network, Alex Muskinsky, which is the guy who actually built the technology for Alexa and Siri and the voice technologies for our phones. I shook this man's hand. This man is a billionaire. He handed me his business card and told me, call me. If you need anything, call me. Email me. And I emailed him and became a brand ambassador for Celsius Network for a while. And you know the rest is history, what happened with Celsius Network. But the fact that that man seen me in a space, seen the greatness of me, didn't know me from a can of paint, and actually reached out and said, hey, here's my card, call me. Because we can recognize greatness upon greatness when we get everything else out of our head. When we get everything else out of our facility, we can recognize who's great. We can recognize who has his talent. We can recognize the things that money can't buy, actually, which is talent, honor, integrity. But you lose all of that if you lack money.
Facts.
So what's your word on this subject, brother?
Oh, my only word is I know people that's broke right now that got, nice lump sums of money, and it's just, it's disappointing. I ain't gonna lie, it's just more disappointing that more people can't just find a way to really understand the dollar is going to shit, and we need to you need to pull your resources together, any type of resource you can get, and really get the fuck out this brokenness, this broke mentality of, oh, I don't need this. This is stupid. It's not gonna happen. I'm still going to the club tonight, though. You know what I mean? Like I said, it just don't make no sense. And that's all it is with me. You know what I mean? If it don't make no sense, it don't make dollars. So it's just that simple.
Absolutely. People don't understand, man, that it's the lack of money, the lack of finances, the lack of assets. Another thing a lot of people don't understand about how people stay wealthy is that you cannot sit on money. Money is made to be transferred.
Oh, yeah.
Money is made to flow. It's made to circulate. It's not meant for you to sit on it and have it sit in your bank account. That's not the purpose of money. Therefore, that's why most millionaires, you will never see them with $1 million liquid in their accounts. Rarely will you see somebody who has $1 billion have liquid cash in their accounts. It's always in an appreciating asset that's actually helping them make more money. Because if your money is just sitting, that money is not circulating through the system. If it's not circulating through the system, it drives the inflation rate up even further. Why do you think they go after big time dope dealers? It's not because they have a lot of. It's not because they have a lot of money. It's not because it's not because they're selling dope in the hood. It's not because they're bringing down the value of neighborhoods. It's because they're sitting on a large sum of cash. and that cash is not circulating through the system.
Makes sense.
People don't understand that. They didn't go after Pablo Escobar until he was sitting on how many billions of dollars sitting in his mansion. How many billions of US dollars was sitting in his mansion. That's when they started going after Pablo Escobar. It had nothing to do with them going after him because he was selling coke to people.
Shit, they were selling cocaine.
It was the US was you watch Snowfall, you see the US was selling coke.
Exactly.
Snowfall is basically the movie that whole entire show is basically about Free Rick Ross.
Oh yeah.
The whole entire show. The US was even selling cocaine. They knew the detriment it would cause our communities. Yet they went after those type of dudes. They went after the Rick Rosses. They went after the Frank Lucases because they were sitting on a large amount of what? Money. Your money is not made to sit in your bank account. It's made to circulate. Your assets is what you need to sit in your sit your asset, you sit your money into. You need to be buying gold, silver, copper, even copper. Crackheads steal it for a reason. Even copper.
Exactly.
Gold, silver, copper, titanium. You also need to be buying crypto, land, things of that nature. Those are assets that will appreciate in value over time. So stop looking at dollar as this evil thing, this evil entity that's trying to get you. It's not. That lack of money, the lack of zeros you have in your bank account, that's the true evil. That's the devil. Just want to jump on here real quick today and explain that because I had a lot of people going in on a lot of pastors, a lot of people of religious belief were going in on me today. So they had to break it down.
They want them offering that plate.
I told one pastor that he actually got mad at me and left. I said, brother, you cannot tell me church is free. Church ain't free because if I come to your church too many times and I'm not putting nothing in that plate, you're gonna start looking at me crazy.
Exactly. They want their money too.
Absolutely. I got Warren jumping in.
Hey,
Brother Warren, what's good, man? What you got on this subject?
Everything good. Just slipping in, man. I'm not sure where y'all at.
Okay, yeah. We're talking about how people like to say that money can't buy you happiness, but everything in the world costs money. Everything in the world costs money. So what's your thought on that?
Wow. I think you're a lot happier. Like you could be going through something, and be broke going through it. And you could be going through that same thing and have money and going through it. I think you'd be better off having money and going through that same thing, so that's kind of how it all sums up to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely, brother. And another point that we're actually making is how people don't understand that every single thing we do brings happiness throughout money. You have children. Your children are your happiness, but yet your children cost you the most money, right? Your significant other. You might be married. You might just meet somebody who you really, really like. Eventually, you're going to have to spend money, and that money is going to cause what happiness. If you guys are both talking and doing nothing else but screwing, what is that bringing you? Hell, even to get a condom, you need money. You get what I'm saying? So that's the topic we're on right now. How everything centered around what your happiness is costs you some form of finance. You can't turn a light switch on in your house without costing money. What's your thoughts on that?
I agree with all the points you just hit, Cliff.
Yeah.
I mean, money is not everything to me, but it is important. It's up there with oxygen in order to be able to function, maneuver out here, and take care of your peoples. So that's just the bottom line.
Absolutely. But hell, even oxygen, you can't breathe long without money. Eventually, you have to buy something to eat or something to drink. Are you gonna be sitting on a casket, and your casket is gonna cost money? So I just want to break down to people how that we demonize money when really honestly the lack of finance, the lack of money is where evil really sits. The most evil people in the world do things for the lack of what? Finance. To get money. That's what we're talking about today, bro. Did I?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's the topic today is let's stop demonizing money and start demonizing the acts behind money. All right. That's why I want to jump on here real quick to do today. I'm about to go ahead and jump off. I appreciate y'all, brother, for jumping on. Hey, let's go ahead and get it.
Yes, sir.
Money absolutely can buy you happiness. Peace.
Take care, fellas. Thank you.
No problem.